you want to learn how to identify chord progressions by ear, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to give you the skills to recognize any chord progression you hear in a song. Now let me be clear. We are not going to do every chord progression in this one video, but what we are going to do is look at a single chord progression and talk about how getting familiar with that is really the key to learning and recognizing any chord progression. So let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to do is listen. Let me ask you, do you recognize this? If you do, how do you know what it is? And if you don't, how do you learn? That's what we're going to talk about. So, this is a 2-5-1, okay? And that means we're in the key of C. Here's the 1 chord. We start on the 2, which is D minor. I'm playing D minor 7. We go up to the 5, which is G, or G7, and then we come back to 1. This is extremely common in music, so it's a great place to start. Now, when I hear this in a song and I'm able to recognize it, am I analyzing it? Am I doing some big calculation? Not really. Here's what happens in my head. Here's what's happening. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Da-da-da. I hear that. Maroon 5. Or maybe I hear, take a ride up to Malibu. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or maybe I hear, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? So wait a second. What am I doing? Well, I'm recognizing the chord progression. I'm not necessarily calculating it. And this is a big thing I want you to take away from this right from the start is the people who can do this really easily, it's not because they have some genius brain that goes through a series of calculations. It's because they have a repertoire, a maybe encyclopedic knowledge of music that they have listened to and worked on and studied and identified. And they can say, oh, that's just like that other song, which was a 2-5-1, which was D minor, G7, C. That's a really important thing. When you're trying to recognize chord progressions, you're trying to do exactly that. You're trying to recognize them. Emphasis on recognition. You already know it. It's like if you were taking a test and you already knew the answers. It's because maybe you studied or you worked on it beforehand, right? You're not necessarily, it's not like a genius skill. It's like, oh, I just prepared for this test and now I can take it. Does that make sense? So what I want you to do is I want you to listen to these 3 songs with their 2-5-1 progressions, and I want you to try to relate them together and hear those sounds. Try to sing the melody of one song over the progression of the other. Things like that. Start to hear the similarities. And then I want you to go on Google, ChatGPT, Reddit, find a list of 2-5-1 songs and listen to those. See if you can understand and hear how they relate to the things you already know. Start to recognize the similar vibe, harmonic movement, cadence between these different songs, right? That's the key to chord progression recognition by ear, is that you have related it to something you've already studied. Make sense? So that's kind of homework number 1. Now the other cool thing about a 2-5-1 is a lot of times it will make its way into progression as a smaller piece. So for example, it's very common as a tag on the end or a way to provide some resolution. So here's another example of a 2-5-1 that I really like. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Here's the 2-5-1. Would you stand up and walk out on me? It's just at the end, okay? So maybe I don't know what the first couple chords are when I'm listening, but I recognize da 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 da. Wait, here's that da 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 da. Oh, I know that. That's that Maroon 5 thing. That's that John Mayer thing. Whatever your reference is, that's where you learned it. It could be anything, but that's that 2-5-1, right? Here's another way that a 2-5-1 is used in a really cool way. It's in Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. We're going to start about halfway through the verse because it's used at the end to bring some more resolution. I just want someone that I can talk to. Here it is. I want you just the way you are. 2-5-1. I want you just the way you are. It happens again in the next session. I need to know that you will always be ear. Same old someone that I knew. So you might not be able to recognize every chord progression easily from now on. Of course not, that wasn't our goal, but I have given you a little snippet, and you might hear little 2-5-1 movements happening within songs. Not know the key, not know any of their surrounding chords, but have like a little bit of like a ear goes up. Oh, what was that? You roll it back. That was a 2-5-1. It's all over pop music. Okay, so you can either take the 2-5-1 study, or frankly, you can go in any direction. Take your favorite song, analyze the chords, pull them up on Guitar, Ultimate Guitar, anything, ask ChatGPT, go to Reddit. What are the chords of this song? What are other songs that use those chords? Listen to those songs together, back to back, and get that sound in your head. Kind of feel and hear the vibe of that cadence, that harmonic movement. Get that sound in your head, get comfortable with it. That's how you're going to recognize any chord progression by ear. I hope this video was helpful, gets you started on 2-5-1s and ear training, ear exposure. Go do some listening homework, drop a comment below if you want to tell me how you thought of this or what you want to see on the channel. And check the link below. I'm starting an online school that's going to be focused on affordable group classes. So if you want to learn everything that I know about theory and guitar and chords and everything, definitely sign up for that. It's going to be starting soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.